adventuring party are.
Were we going to go to Neverwinter to meet up with a wizard?
I think that was eventually.
Everland, I think. The guy at Moongleam Tower.
Maybe. I can't remember why. Like, dude, warm, away from Frostwind.
Yeah. As far as I know, you guys are just going south for now. It's been a couple days travel. Heading south when away from Fire Shear. You guys were given a what you call it? Like a keg of ale put in the back of the wagon. And Nicodemus.
Yes.
You're kind of in a doze. Half drunk. Right in the back. And
yeah, sleeping in the wagon underneath all my crap.
You wake with the start out of a dream. The dream, it seems to be the same as it was before. That you were in it started out like you were in like a fest hall or something, and like your drink was empty, and when you went to go refill it, the casks and the bottles were empty, and your dream consists of you looking for more kegs or more bottles, and everything's empty. And when you go outside, you end in your dream leads you outside. Even the surrounding orchards and vineyards have been stripped bare, and everything's been beaten down to the ground. And the other people that are out there noticing with you, you notice that they're seriously malnourished. They're just skeletons covered in skin, and there's famine and starvation everywhere. And everything that was growing is gone, and everyone is starving, and the cold north winds are blowing, and winter is going to come, and things are looking bleak. And the wagon hits a bump, and that's what kind of wakes you up with just the tendrils of this dream.
Oh.
Silence
good.
is softly playing her flute. Now and then, you hear a screech of cloud up in the sky as he, swoops by. You guys are quite near the coast. I won't say you guys are right along the cliffside, but to the west is the ocean. And you guys are it's nearing night.
Yeah, right. I'll give let's see here. Annotate that. Annotate. Come on. And hot spotlight. Boom. Right here we go. Yeah. We're in Fire Shear, you said, correct?
That's where you guys were, yeah.
Okay. And that's right there where the bouncing ball is bouncing around on the map. As long as everybody's got that, I'll stop sharing that. And
I don't know
I was just looking up create food and water to see if we could stick around for a few days and give these people some supplies, but it was out 24 hours, so we couldn't really give them something that would stick around.
Well, we've saved them, and we need to get to a couple places to the south, at least to Port Last or down further.
I think Port Last is the next place, hey?
Yeah, and to get ourselves down there so we can meet up with the different entities that we're looking to meet up with and transfer this this. I don't know if I want to call him hostage because he's not really a hostage, but he's our introductory piece into this strange individual that has information and items of need, aka his scum-sucking father.
Yeah, I don't know. Go right.
Oh, okay, fine.
What?
That sounds fine. Yeah.
All right. So what was the plan? Because I just had a horrible dream about them not moving the line.
What did you dream about, Nicodemus?
So we're going south to sconce him away from being followed.
Yeah.
We're trying to get him out of this area so he doesn't get killed by the giants who are looking for his father, who has a ring of winter or whatever.
Yeah. But at the same time, I was talking to the Dragonborn up there who was mentioning that some hill giants were marauding also. And once we ensconce him away somewhere safe or put him on a ship heading towards, I don't know, Cholt.
Yeah, somewhere south.
Yeah.
The plan with Sirik is to get him down to at least Luskin, because then from there he should be able to catch a ship south. And you guys haven't 100%.
Yeah. So what do we do
made an
then?
idea. You guys have thought about going down to Waterdeep and asking about his father, because you know that his father has some connections down there. You guys are maybe thinking about going down there and inquiring. You guys were told that you guys could go to Everland by the gnome when you guys were like leaving Bryn Shander heading south. You guys like spent the night with that gnome. He's the one who gave you guys a little robot like wind up dog. He said, maybe if you guys need help for anything, he's a buddy down at Everland at Moongleam Tower that could maybe help you guys out with
wizard.
something. Yeah.
That's the wizard.
You guys do know that like kind of south, like I think near the Deseret Valley, that there has been like raids of hill giants all over the place. You guys have heard of like stone giants and other types of giants all over the place. Like, I don't know if you guys really had like a heavy, solid plan other than getting him down to like to catch a ship.
Yeah, we'll take him to board him on a ship to Cholt. And why would we even go see this wizard? What we were going to see the wizard?
We don't even have to take him to see the wizard, but can we get
Does somebody need a brain? I mean, what? Do we need heart, courage?
The gnome we talked to was a member of the Harpers.
Yeah, he just kind of recommended him. Like, you guys think you need some help of, there's help in Moongleam Tower. Like, they kind of don't have to go. You know what I mean?
Well,
like that's all it was he's like, hey, if you're ever in Moongleam Tower, and
I think part of the discussion was maybe we could get the wizard to go ahead and scry and find the father's location,
Yeah.
or help us find the father's location.
But why do we care about him?
He has the Ring of Winter,
Does he?
supposedly. Now that's what the some scum sucking sons said about his scum sucking father.
Well, here's the thing: we might be better off scrying on the Ring of Winter itself rather than the father.
But that's if we really want to find that Ring of Winter.
We definitely need something to fight these giants with, but I don't think the Ring of Winter is what we should be looking for. But perhaps this wizard may know of other artifacts we might be able to find that could help, could kind of even the playing field here.
Well, Garl would say, all you need to fight the giants here is, of course, the giant killing gnome here. Look at what we've done so far.
We've killed a lot of frost giants.
I died.
Gnome power.
I died like 5 times. That's way too many times. That's way
you stood out in the open.
Maybe we need to have an intervention for Far Eye before we go too much farther and explain the value of cover.
It's 2 days of downtime where Garl shows how to take cover.
But no, all Garl's going to say is those are the ideas I kind of had here. And as far as killing giants, I think we're up to killing some or controlling them. Holy cow, I am a goblin king.
I'm the slayer of Rufy or Foofy.
Yeah, so look at us. The might. And Gar will be flexing with his bow in one hand and showing his muscles, standing up. The might of ourselves. We can do it.
Claude's just thinking to himself, don't worry about it. In about 15 years, nature will have taken over all of those cities. Those giant cities.
If I die for real, I don't know where my soul goes. I don't know if I go to my god or if I go right to the hells. I don't want to die fighting these giants.
With Far Eye saying that, Gar will turn to you and say, "You are a cleric, a holy person, aren't you, you little devil?"
I am.
And you wonder where your soul will be? How do you reach and evangelize to those that are lost and that you should be bringing on into the fold?
I'm not that kind of cleric.
When I die, I turn into a cloud.
I go 24/7 party.
I have character. I actually don't know how well that works because the whatever devil might have play over my soul as much as my god does. Like I honestly don't know.
Well, let's put it this way. You've come so close that you shook hands with the light or the darkness, however it may be in your religion, that you should have a better idea than any of us today.
But I still think we need more tools to fight against these giants. We are not. We have we barely scraped through before, and a lot of those times we had help. What's going to happen when we don't have help?
Well, the power of giants relies in strength. We are not giants. Our power relies in strategy.
And Darrell will pipe up and say, and cover.
As you guys are traveling and talking and moving south, and twilight is approaching, you can see in the distance that there is, like, you guys were told that there's like a rest stop, which is an old keep that was taken over by a ranger, and it's kind of come up and kind of become a little bit of a community because it's a bit of a safe haven, because it is, after all, a keep. And you guys can see it in the distance as you guys are discussing this. You can see it does come up on the horizon. You guys will make it there.
Ah, warmth, good food, maybe some of the best gnomish brandy around if we're lucky.
Gnomish brandy?
Yeah, the best alcohol in all of the lands.
I'll be the judge of that.
You could even, in the night air, cold air, smell the smoke of the hearths and fireplaces. There is no snow here because you guys are, like, slowly moving south. As you guys get closer, you can see that it's on the west side of the road, so it's like between like the road and the coast in the distance, and it's there's like rolling hills and scrub kind of brush and stuff, but you can see that there is like this keep atop one of the low hills surrounded by ramshackle structures. Doesn't look like very many people live here, but it is active. It is like a true keep. Like, it's like got a wall, got gates, got like the castle-y bits in the middle.
All right.
As you guys like are approaching, you can see that there's guards who are watching as you approach. One of them raises his hand. He says, "Well met." He's a human. The other guy is just kind of looking at the rest of you. You guys are a little odd than just the normal type of travelers or whatever that would be around.
Carl will holler up, open up your gates to the saviors of Fireshare, to the giant slayers of the ice and snow, and the conquerors of the goblins. This is the Goblin King. Open your doors to Garl the Great.
That may not be how you want to introduce yourself.
He nods and says, "I can tell by the countenance of you and your companion," as he motions to Nicodemus and Garl. He says, "You guys are drunk. Are you guys liquor vendors?"
We're vendors. We're vendors of death and protection. We're vendors of knowledge and forethought. We are vendors of such glories that only our own hired bard can sing, and the greatness of our stories and our conquerors and battles. She has such a lovely voice. She can tell the story like none other.
He says, like, well, keep a cool head if you get into your cups. Don't be thinking you could just be drawing your weapons and starting a fight here. This is Xanthel's Hall. And We do our best to keep peace here. And he opens the
Xanthal
gate.
Hall?
Xanthals
Okay.
or Xanathals? Something.
Who's-
It's a Z word.
Xanatar?
Xantharol.
have
Keep.
Okay. So it's
Have
not
you-
Zental. I was hearing Zental. I was like, what?
have you had much
Yeah,
trouble
it's-
here recently, friend?
It's got like you can see like the walls are quite fortified, that there is like even like weapons like ballista mounted on top. Like it's a fortified keep. But yeah, there's like a lot of steep roofed houses that to shed the snow. You guys can see that there is like one of the main stone buildings in the Bailey yard looks like an inn.
Now, does it the stone around this keep wall
Yeah.
and of the buildings, does it look to be of the same type of stone that was up in Fireshear that the buildings were made of?
No, because those were like piled rocks. This is like a true keep. Like it's like a true...
And Garl will say out loud, they must have some of the best gnomish rock masons, stone masons, and stone carvers in all the land here to fix this just right, true and plumb, and strong like a gnome.
Yeah, but the rocks don't look that small.
Farai asks the guards, have you had much trouble here recently?
Any problems with giants?
He says, as he's like kind of like opens the gate to let you guys roll through, he says, he kind of looks at you and he's like, aye, there has been. He says, we've seen, he's like, we've had sightings of giants throughout the past few weeks. He says, sometimes they approach, but he kind of looks motioning the keep. He says, but we're quite defensible here. He says, so for the most part, we've been left alone, but we always have travelers coming with tales.
Well, you need not worry about giants as long as we're here. We can defend you. We have successfully defended Bryn Shander. We have successfully defended Fireshear. And we shall successfully defend your crappy stone-laden town as well.
For the right price.
He says, we had travelers from Port Last that said that, which Port Last is like south of Luskin even.
Oh.
He's like we had travelers from there who said that they were attacked a couple weeks ago. And there's been spottings of hill giants.
Who attacked them?
Pardon me?
What giants are attacking south of Luskin?
At Port Last, he says, long ship of frost giants, we were told.
Oh, we slew them up in Fireshear.
Huh.
Unless there's more than one, of course.
Looks at you guys reassessingly. And he says, tavern is open. And you can see there's like a big wooden building built on a stone platform. And or a stone foundation. Like, it's close by. And you can see that that there's also like a stable built next to it. There's like people here and there, and you can see like little businesses and stuff like that. But the tavern and stables are near the gate. They're not hard to find. And I don't know. It's pretty much that. It's just a keep. It was a keep built by a famous ranger like a long time ago. That still bears his name. Xanthral's Keep.
No drift, is he?
Well,
No.
do you have accommodations suitable to slayers such as us and of an eloquent voice such as our bard?
Well, I'm sure if you go to the tavern, that's usually where the travelers go, unless they have relations that live here. But
My third cousin on my mother's side, twice removed. Barnabas. Does he live here?
he does not. Well, I'm sure Alzastra will take care of you, though. She's got dry beds, warm food, ale. She keeps the stable too, so your horse can rest in comfort. Oh.
I'm eating a sandwich.
Well,
Yeah.
I know I can tell you're not sharing.
Poor Grendel.
Because that's a dog asking. Yeah, I could just hear the question mark above the head.
There you go. Done. Better the last bite.
There.
Let's see here. See if I change.
Before we go to bed, I have sending prepared. Do you think I should send messages to anyone, check in with anyone that we've met?
You should send a message to all the leaders of the giants, letting them know that they can stay in their territories and not go raiding anymore, lest we must check them. Regulators, let's regulate.
Unfortunately, I would need to know the names of those giant leaders to send them that message.
Well, Froofy, we remember her, the Frost Giant Queen. Oh, never mind.
But but as the Slayer of Drifty, you know that she is no longer around.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's right.
Do you think you've had enough tonight, Nicodemus?
Maybe.
All right, no more for my friend here. Okay, all right.
Never, no such thing as enough.
So you guys gonna go to like the tavern or?
Yes.
It's
I'm
a tavern.
flying
Yes.
to the tavern now.
Oh, hello, cat.
Hello.
Yeah, like I said, it's just like a big wooden building. It looks like it's like of newer construction than some of the other buildings. It has, like, you can see and smell the stables that are adjacent to it. You guys pull up in front, and you guys are gonna go straight in, or what?
Sure.
Yeah, Garl will go ahead. What type of door is it? Is it a batwing door, a regular door, nice heavy stone door?
Wooden door, but it's got
Swinging saloon doors?
double wooden doors. It does not have the swinging saloon doors, or at least if it does, it has like the main outdoor doors closed because it is like a cool night.
Okay. Carl will push those doors both in from his hands on down, and he'll beller, "All ye in here, beware! The greatness is here to save you." And hopefully all they're doing is looking up at top, and he's trying to stay below the sight line, like this big voice jutting out. That's what he's going to try.
The light, the warmth, the aromas of the bodies, the food, the smoke, the booze, the fresh sawn timber, all hits you, and you could see the heads of the people in here turn, looking towards the door. Yeah, the majority of them do overshoot your height.
And
I'm
standing behind him. So.
But for one, which is the one standing behind the bar and is standing, looks like over about 7 feet tall and about 350 pounds. You see a massive half ogre with a clean white shirt on with the sleeves rolled up. Yeah.
But not full ogre, half.
No.
Half ogre, half what?
Looks like human. Or maybe orc? Or maybe human. It's hard to tell. But you do think it's female.
Okay.
And it's got a cloth in one hand and the typical like tankard in the other, wiping it clean. And it says in this deep yet feminine voice, "Close the door, honey. You're letting all the warm air out."
I will close the door.
"Hey, Tiny, serve up your best gnomish brandy to all my partners here."
She puts her hands on her hips. "The name's Alzestra, and I'll remind you to use your manners while you're here in my establishment. What can I get for the rest of you?"
"I like them saucy."
What do you got?
Pardon me?
What do you have?
Well, I got the usual stuff here. What's your preference? Puts down the mug and
Just give me a mug of your finest brew.
she nods. She says, "My name's Alzestra. Well met."
Well met. I am Nicodemus, the defenders of Bryn Shander, along with me and my crewmen, the Slayer of Drufi, the Frost Giant Queen. And we are headed south. What news do you have of the road that way?
Oh, wow, there's always some. There's news all the way up and down this here road. Are you wearing your Bryn Shander medal?
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sure.
Quite impressed about that. Well, you guys all got a horses or anything? We can put them up in the stable. It's only 2 silver per night with the feed. We brush them down good.
Yes, we'll be grateful. Thank you very much.
And then she says, "Alrighty." And when she's like, gets all you guys your drinks, she goes to a side door and she yells out, "Lart, we got a horse to take care of." And then she comes back and she like serves a couple more drinks. And she says, "You say you're from Bryn Shander." She comes over to chat a little. "That's a long ways."
Yeah, tell us about it. It's been a long, adventurous walk.
And we've come from further still. We came from Nightstone.
Wow. Huh.
Yes,
That's a
but we
long
needed to
way.
bring Xander aboard a cloud giant's floating castle.
Yes. Overhill and underhill are processed as lead.
We have eaten giant fruit
Really?
and made
stuffed
giant
salt
wine
on the
from it.
castle by dwarves and their silver dragon.
My friend here is a bard. Perhaps she could sing you the tale.
Well,
I could sing, I could tell, I could dance for tale.
I was hoping you'd play that thing.
Well, let's see what we can do.
Well, I'll accompany with my lute. No, my lute pipes.
I have performance. I've got a flute, so I'll help. I'll use the help action. Give caster advantage.
All right.
Well, let's turn this into a musical night.
Yep. So.
So that would be a die 20.
Die 20 plus your.
And
charisma.
roll twice and take the highest, Catherine, because I'm helping you.
Roll twice and take the highest. Okay.
Yeah.
Would the roll also include my proficiency bonus or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so plus 7 modifier. Or 1d20. Roll twice. 27 is the highest.
Wow.
That's pretty decent.
Well, I need to make up from disappearing from existence now and again.
Told you we had the best bard in the land.
The entire establishment is enraptured by your performance. It doesn't take long. Word begins to spread that there is like a bard in town, one especially so skilled with such outrageous tales to tell. So more and more people start coming in. So once again, won't even bother charging you guys for like room or board or drinks or the entertainment is enough. Please. It's like, sorry, I'm eating a Tootsie Roll. I've been eating candy for like 2 weeks. Oh.
I got leftover candy too.
Oh, I'm working my way through it. I'm almost 50 years old. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be eating as much candy as I have been.
But... You're older than me.
Yeah, a little bit.
We switched our trick-or-treating from Halloween to Saturday because of freaking ill weather.
I think it should be that way anyways. The
And
Saturday.
This seems artificial to me.
I don't know.
I mean, I get it, but still.
So what is our plan once we've dropped this guy off at the port at Weskin?
That's what I was kind of talking about earlier. It's like, okay, then what do we do? I don't know. I'd kind of like to start to move around to get to teach those hill giants a lesson simply because metagaming and easier than frost giants. But
Do you
but I don't
do you
really have
think
a good character reason for it at all.
do you think it would be worth trying to send a message to Zephyros and see if he can give us any more guidance?
Is that what you want to do? Or are you just
And
putting it on the table?
that's what I'm asking the group right now.
Putting it on the table. I gotta go for bio. You guys, hold on. Or you guys just talk. I gotta go. I'm dancing tonight.
So, I mean, what are we going to do? We drop dude off at Luskin, and then what? I mean, we got going there.
Well, I think we should at least, get some of his blood and see if a wizard could do something about it or something.
Oh, that's why we would go see the wizard. Okay.
Well, it's an option. I don't think we explicitly thought about that.
That's a good reason, though.
That idea. But,
I mean, I don't know if it can or can't be done, but it's a good reason to go check.
I mean, they could either make it so he can't be tracked, and then no one will, get randomly attacked anymore.
Yeah, I like that.
Or we could make it so that only we could track it.
I'm okay with that, too.
I mean, Farah is still thinking about maybe getting some more powerful weapons or artifacts or something that can help us fight these guys. And a wizard would probably know about where we can find stuff like that.
All right, how do we go get some artifacts? Do we know how to go get artifacts?
I don't know. That's what we got to find out.
I could ask the plants. Let's find the oldest tree.
All right.
Like, isn't that how druids get their information?
Yeah. I mean, it's not a terrible idea.
No, it's not a terrible idea.
I was also thinking the churches might know of relics we might be able to find if we can find some of our respective temples. But
well, there is legends among my church that there is a major powerful artifact. It is a silver keg, and it never runs dry.
That sounds brilliant for parties.
It is. It is the world's most powerful artifact of all time. If we could recover it and use it.
Great tasting liquor as well.
Yes, it is the most excellent liquor. It turns to your taste buds like if you're an elf, it is the best wine. If you're a dwarf, it is the best whiskey. If you're Australian, it is a cool glass of Foster's.
What is Australian? But if it's that great, it has to be gnomish made.
To you, I'm sure it would be. It would taste like that. And with that, we can bring about world peace.
Peace.
So anyway, back to what I was saying. Do you think I should send a message to the quiet giant, find out what we should be, if he can give us any more guidance?
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Yeah, let's see how they're feeling.
Because Michael is right. Like it feels like we're just wandering around without a lot of much of a goal right now. So.
We drop dude off in Luskin, or better yet, we just take him directly to the wizard, and we see if the wizard can break his tracking, cause his blood, or prevent it somehow, or allow us to track him. And then, which case, we find the biggest tree around there, and we ask them where we can find artifacts to fight the giants, including the silver cask of Amontillado. And we asked the wizard too if he knows where any artifacts to help fight the giants are, including the silver cask of Amontillado.
Be
And
careful about cask, though. I've heard the stories. I've heard of one unfortunate person locked behind brick.
you've heard that. Apparently, no one else has and gets not my references.
I have heard the tale.
Yes,
It's a strange tale. Confusing, but I've heard the tale.
That's where it is located. It's behind a brick walled cellar. And and we can get and then we'll somehow try to metagame us into going after hill giants instead of frost giants because they're easier at lower levels.
Ah.
Heading south will accomplish that fact, hopefully.
If we get the DM drunk, I think we might be able to do that.
Silver cask of Amontillado.
That will do it.
So, go to the wizard.
We have to see
Go
the
to the
wizard, the
oldest
wonderful wizard of
tree.
Oz.
Find out about artifacts. Find artifacts. Kill giants.
Kill giants.
Right. We've got a 5-stage plan. Good.
And go on a rogue quest to find the silver cask of Amontillado. Yeah, major.
I don't know what that is. Is that like Three Amigos or
Queen
what?
of Corruption, Nancy Pelosi.
Sadly, this
Queen
is
of
not any
Corruption,
cause
Nancy
for any
Pelosi.
plea.
I don't know. Her
Well,
her faceless surgeon was pretty corrupt.
Garl will mosey up to the base of the bar and stealth his way around the backside of it, like on the corner, looking around from the corner to the backside, and then he'll look up at Tiny there and say, "For a biggin, you do have a smooth line. You're almost as cute as my greenness."
I'll take that as a compliment there, Shugs.
Oh, take it any way you want. Just make sure you take it.
You old dog, you.
So, I soon start talking to Nicodemus while this is happening and not noticing it at all. So yeah, that's our plan. So, do you still think that maybe worth contacting is that for us, the Quiet Giant, or not?
It couldn't hurt.
Well, perhaps he has some advice for us.
All right. Where are we right now? We're near the port of Weskin, right?
As you guys have this discussion, you guys hear shouting from outside.
And good
Here we go again.
hero in military life, but now he's in civilian life and in a constitutional.
Has anyone got what's the restoration on them? Nicodemus, I'll have to sober up if we're gonna be fighting again.
By the way, have we had a long rest since the frost giant?
Oh yeah. I said you guys were long rested. In fact, it's been like a couple days even.
Okay.
traveling south.
Garl will jump back and say, "Hey, Tiny, I hear some who screams for help. Garl, the Guardian, shall go and help." And he'll pick up his bow and he'll start moving towards the direction of the screams.
I draw my shield and start heading out as well.
And
Hey,
as
bloody hell, I finished my drink, slam it down on the table, and drunkenly follow them around behind.
And as Garl reaches the door, he'll look back at the barmaid and he'll give her a wink.
You go outside the door,
Yep.
and you can hear commotion, and you could see commotion atop of these walls. You almost have a flashback to Bryn Shander. It looks like that guards and stuff are yelling and shouting about something towards
And giants. Oh my god.
and amongst the shouting, you kind of hear this strange sound here. This thing comes flying in, screaming, and it smacks the side of the keep in a splat. And you realize, I think that was a goblin.
Chat.
And it just like,
It was a goblin star. Everyone make a wish.
Goblin, yeah, Goblin Garl. Garl will turn to Clad and says, "We need our eyes in the sky. Can you fly up there and tell us what's going on in the distance?"
And Cloud will take off.
Right.
Go figure out what's going
I'm
on.
starting to move. I'm starting to move towards the direction where the goblin came from.
I'm sorry, Ryan. What was that?
I'm starting to move towards the gate where the goblin came from.
Okay, you guys like move to that side. Cloud, you fly up into like the night sky with like the smoke coming out of the chimneys here and there. You fly up. It does take long for you to like clear the wall when you can see that indeed in the distance there is a giant. It does look like another frost giant.
Son of a bitch.
But you see
We have to
only
get rid
one.
of the tracking
You
spell.
see only one frost giant. However, around him is amassed a small army in a squadron. It looks like he has like a small group of hobgoblins, like about a dozen hobgoblins. And there looks like that there are 5 ogres with him. But these ogres have strange, like a backpack, like a strange apparatus on their back and shoulders. And there are a swarm of goblins, not following into any phalanx or anything. They're just in a swarm.
Oh,
And they're climbing
I
up,
know-
and a
I
couple
know.
of them climb up the ogres, and and he sits in a seat, and he puts a helmet on, and the ogre pulls a rope, and it catapults him, and he goes flying towards the castle. And a couple of the guards on the walls actually duck as this thing just goes flying over and goes and splats in the middle of the courtyard.
Well, that's just bad.
Well, that's a good use of.
Out of character, that's awesome, but in character, what the fuck?
Hey, it means less enemies to fight.
Garl will go ahead and notch once he gets up where he can see this going on.
Okay, I'm just checking on my range of my goblin huckers here.
Okay.
Goblin hunkers.
He's going to be notching an arrow and looking to disable at least one of these that are sacrificing subjects.
Oh, let the goblin chunkers go, dude. I mean, let the ogres keep slinging goblins. That's fine. Less goblins for us to.
They're my greennesses subjects.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You got a point there. Good point. Good point.
Or cousins,
All right.
to them from
Be your
another
subject.
time.
You're a goblin king.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I try to sell that point every once in a while as a character.
How far out are these things?
I got
Roland's trying to find that out.
Oh, okay, no problem.
What's the range on a goblin chunker?
I don't know, but I'll tell you, that has to be funny to see. Kind of like pumpkin chunking.
Yeah. You know, that's been one of my bucket list things I've always wanted to do is to build a catapult.
Oh man, you ought to build one and come up here. Well, we have a pumpkin chunking where they toss them as a contest into the St. Lawrence. See who goes the furthest.
Yeah. That's what I should try. I should try to. I bet I could Google plans for a trebuchet right now. Let's go with trebuchet plans. Trebuchet.
Clyde is our predator drone for this attack.
Trebuchet design. There we go.
Yeah.
I could do
Yeah, Cloud will return and inform the party and then go back to the sky and wait.
Death from above.
How can I not? It's simple, right? And then I can go siege the things.
well. Okay, so they're about 300 feet away. They
Oh,
like they're slowly moving in, but that's where they are. Is about 300 feet away. Like they could chuck. It looks like they could chuck these goblins quite a long ways.
300 feet, pretty far, dude.
It's even farther. The range is technically 150 and 600.
600, damn.
Yeah.
Hey,
And I'm saying they're at 350 or 300.
question: Do we still have those light crossbows that we had
Oh, sure.
from?
And there's heavy crossbows mounted atop the walls.
Oh,
Okay.
heavy one?
Like yeah.
'Cause
And
I don't have much that's more than melee range, so I'm not going to be useful until they get up to within 120 feet. So
Are heavy crossbows martial weapons?
I believe heavy is martial, but I am not 100% sure on that.
Check me on that.
Well, I can't believe how clear Zoom
Yes,
is.
they're martial range. Heavy's martial range.
Okay.
I can use them then if they have one spare, but
I can't use martial weapons.
my dexterity
You
is
just don't
10,
get your
so-
proficiency bonus, yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
So the guards kind of man the walls and stuff, and now and then, like for example, like right now, I bet you no one will get hit, but I'm gonna just roll here.
Garl take
Because
the
every round there's gonna be at least one coming in. Technically, there could be 5, but
Garl will take the opportunity to go ahead once he gets up there and sees that they're out of his range, basically at the moment, that he'll cast Goodberry.
Okay.
Yes, that is good.
Do heavy crossbows have the heavy component to them?
Believe so.
Ammunition range? Heavy. They are heavy. So as a gnome, you would have like disadvantage, right?
I can't, I don't know if I can use it because there's certain weapons that I can't, like a longbow, because of
They're
the,
heavy. Longbows are heavy.
yeah. So,
Sorry, heavy
Okay.
talk.
I'm just doing some rolls for some goblins that are chucked because there's 5 ogres with chuckers. I want one, because I did my rolls. There's only 2 ogres possibly hit anything, and I rolled myself a percentile to see if it was like you guys. And I gave myself a slight percent chance, and I rolled a 7%. So
Well, somebody's going to get hit by a freaking goblin.
technically, 2 people are gonna get hit by goblins.
Huh?
And this is just as you guys are moving through, because like they're just kind of coming through in like sorties, like you know what I mean? Right? They're just coming now and then. There's just a goblin comes screaming in, and usually they're just hitting the edge of the wall or way flying over. And when these poor goblins hit, they don't move. Like one guy comes flying in with a spiked helmet, and he hits the gates of the keep itself.
yeah.
And the spike sinks in to the gate, but his body keeps moving, breaking his neck, and he's just dangling from this helmet, spiked into the outside of the wall. A couple of them have splattered on the wall. One of them has landed in the courtyard in a bloody streak. And what do you call it? And Garl, does a 20 hit you?
Oh, heck. It just barely misses. Yes, it hits me.
Okay, no, I'm just.
No, yes, it hits me. Garl's AC 16. Unless he
You
has some form of cover.
You just peek your head over. Well, that's well, even with covers, does that
Cover.
because you are small. What is your AC normal?
16.
Okay, it would miss you. It really would, because you're small. And if you're like anywhere near the wall, I would give you like you're small. So that one just barely misses you. It just skims the top edge of the wall.
As he goes over Garl's head, just missing him, and like that, he'll look up and he'll say, "I'll tell your mother you died well."
When the second one comes and hits you in the back of the head.
Okay.
What did that miss? It disappeared from existence.
Okay, for like literally only
3
3 points of bludgeoning damage, as it just clips you. 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and or is that 4? Yeah, 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and so the army doesn't really seem to be approaching. They're just chucking goblins now and then. The giant. It's hard to hear because it's far away and it's not really shouting, but the giant does say something in a deep rumbling voice. Michael, you might pick up commands, right? Like you know that commands have been given, and the hobgoblins set themselves up into a phalanx with their shields up, in like in a defensive form, and they're slowly gonna approach the gates. So literally, they're only moving like it'll take them like a minute to get up to the gates because 300.
Say they're moving just their movement and then taking dodge action.
Yeah, essentially, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are
When
approaching.
they get within 60 feet of the gates, I'm gonna cast Call Lightning above the gates, so it's like a 60-foot radius around around us. Like, and I'm gonna kind of Call Lightning on the hobgoblins.
Make sure they can't see you, otherwise you're going to be caught in a rain
Yeah,
shower of goblins.
I'm casting it and then I'm taking cover. Well, I'm taking cover, then I'm coming out of cover, casting it, and going back into cover, rather. Like,
It's raining goblins. Oh
I learned,
shit.
guys. All right. I may have an intelligence, but I learned.
You know, you could see like in the distance, these goblins get, climb up these ogres and sit into these seats. You can see way in the distance where they are in the night sky. You can see that even a couple torches light, and it looks like that.
It's nighttime.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Like, I'm not going to say it's black, but definitely it's like hard for those who, it's hard to see that far. But that's.
Well,
But you can see the phalanx, the hobgoblins moving up closer. Looks like that. Yeah, there's about 10 hobgoblins.
It means the enemy will be at disadvantage until they get within 60 feet, then, because they see in darkness as if it were dim light. So
yeah, and
they're
feet away. I want to tag the giant with my short, light crossbow, not short.
light crossbow. And giant is still at 300 feet, but it's disadvantage any way you look at it.
Yeah, it would be disadvantage, and it's dark, and it's
right.
cloudy.
Right. Whether it be distance, whether it be darkness, whatever, there's disadvantage, but it's still kind of worth a try.
Yeah. I just want to tag that from here. All right, where's my D20? Yeah, somebody else may want to do something while I find my D20. Got it. That would either be an 18 or a 21. So 18.
You hit.
I hit.
You lob the shot at like this, at the big looming shape. Even at this distance, it still looks enormous.
Yeah.
Like it's bigger than any tree out there.
Literally the broadside of a barn.
in giant, right?
There's a D8. Give me a second to find a D8. And the damage would be, max 10 points of damage. And I will shout out to him, "You're literally the broadside of the barn, and I'm drunk. Be here before you all the same fate as Droopy."
You can see the figure flinch.
And then I'll yell at the giant. "I am Droopy Slayer. Come get me."
So, anything else? Any of y'all want to do? Goblins come flying in. It looks like that now they're beginning to have a lit torch. So one does go splat on I'll roll. No, it just lands in the middle of the courtyard. It doesn't land anywhere where it could do any damage, but you can see that there are the stables where there's hay, and there are a lot of wooden buildings and stuff like that. And if they start actually chucking holding kegs of oil or something like that, they might do some
Oh
damage.
dear, they're starting to use their brains. Everyone be careful.
Carl will say, "Save the pony! Save the pony!"
Save the pony.
If you destroy all my wagon, there will be hell to pay.
How many times has that wagon been destroyed?
The wagon never, but the horse is
The
certainly
horses.
been replaced.
We've gone through a lot of
Been replaced.
horses.
Actually, I think this is only horse number 2, I think.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's not bad at all.
Got eaten by whatchamacallits? Lion, flying
The
eagle.
first one was eaten by griffins, yeah.
Griffins, yes.
Yeah.
When you guys met Zephyros.
Yeah.
Because griffins are that way.
We're not losing our new pony to a wingless goblin.
So are you guys gonna go to the stable to check on your horse?
No.
No, Garl's staying right up there where he's at. He has cover evidently, and he's waiting for them to get in range of his short bow. So,
What's the terrain look like?
Kind of low hills and some scrub. It's still like kind of colder. Like there is like forest nearby, but you guys are kind of like between the forest far to the east and the coast to the west, right? You're kind of in that strip. Like I said, the giant is the biggest thing around. It's bigger than any tree right around here.
oh, okay, right there. Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do. You said Anthethral's Keep, right?
Xanthral's Keep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Xanthral's Keep. Yeah.
I'll. It's on the map there. I'll share it and highlight it for the guys so they can see the topographic situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the next place. And
That well, let's see here and annotate.
anyways,
here we go. And right here, and where the bouncing ball, right over here, would be Xanthanar's Cape on what, the long road? Right up there, and the woods there, and then the crag, the forest Lurkwood to the east, and the crags to the west, and Mirabar to the north.
I will produce flame and aim for one of the catapults.
okay. What's your range of your produce flame? Like you're gonna. I just want to know what distance you're gonna be at.
30 feet.
Do you actually want to come in that close? Like, I know you can come in like from behind, but once you do it, they'll know you're there.
Sure.
Or is that too close for comfort?
No, I'd fly 30 feet above them. Yeah.
Okay. You know, like you've taken your time to like line yourself, come from behind you, come from overhead of the giant, so you can blast the produce flame at the one of the catapult harnesses that the ogres is wearing. That's standing in front of the giant, and you're gonna attack the harness itself, like the goblin chucker harness.
Yeah.
Okay,
Trying to
roll.
catch it on fire. Does a 14 hit?
Mhm. It does. Roll your fire damage.
Okay, it's gonna be. $15.
So you come flying in from behind, and you fire a produce flame at this harness, which there's a goblin that was just getting seated into it. When it catches on fire, the mechanism releases, firing
And
the
there's a
goblin.
flaming goblin.
Right,
Yeah.
firing off like a flaming goblin, just like a misfire, just kind of off to the side, and like the seat and the rope mechanism, they are on fire, and the goblin is kind of like looking around, like they're like, what? And they're all kind of looking around, and the giant spots you and gives out like a call of alarm as you like just swoop out of nowhere, out of the night sky.
Carl, don't hurt my Greeness's subjects. She needs them.
Damn, D rolls. As the other goblins kind of come flying in,
Could I use gust of wind to kind of blow back against the goblins, slow them down, or make them land quicker than than getting to us?
if you want to.
Okay. I'll cast gust of wind then.
Is that concentration?
It is.
All right. Well, you have the the storm thing going.
Well, I haven't cast it yet. I'm waiting until the hobgoblins are in range. So
Okay, never mind.
So I may as well do that for now. So I'm doing something.
I want all y'all make a perception check.
All right.
I got this perception.
All right.
Natural 20.
May not have that good perception.
All right. That will be perception.
My perception isn't trained, so that's 23.
Got an 11.
Carl got a 24.
Oh shit! I got a 16 on the die, which is a 23. I got the same as you, bro. Clerics. I'm proficient in perception. I have a +4 wisdom modifier.
You guys hear a ruckus coming behind you from the stables. You actually hear the the sound of a horse being upset. Like I hate to say it screamed, but you know what I mean. And you even hear like
You hear it bleeding.
yeah, and a crash, like, and you kind of think, oh, it was like one of the goblins like hitting a roof or hitting a wall or something like that. But it's almost like an ongoing. Now that you're like kind of paying attention, it's like an ongoing scuffle. It sounds like there's something going down at the stable.
Damn! Someone's stealing our pony.
I'll go and check on that.
Okay, holler back. Hey, we need our pony.
Who's going to check?
I'll
That's-
check.
I suppose.
Silence?
Yep. I've got a dagger and a rapier on me just in case.
Silence, you start going to check over at the stable. And you can see, like I said, it's nighttime, it's cool, it's like whatever. And you can see by like the light coming out of out from the inside of the building, of the stable, you can see by the light on the ground that the door actually is ajar. It's not wide open, but it is not closed tight. And you can hear a low growling, the nickering and neighing of some upset horses, and the grumble of a dwarf, and the twing twang shing of steel on steel. And it does sound like that there's like, and you are doing what? Silence. There is a disturbance in the stables. What are you gonna do? You can hear something. Are you gonna peek in? Are you gonna go call your friends? Are you gonna do something else?
Who goes there?
Are you gonna sneak up and look? Are you gonna cartwheel in? Are you gonna cast a spell? Are you gonna blow a bugle and scream charge? Are you gonna run away crying? Are you gonna go poop your pants with fear?
No, she may be having internet issues.
Yeah, she's
I know.
dropped.
I know. I'm
I know.
just being funny. But I mean, like many of you guys heard it, and you guys can see that Silence is like, moving up to the doorway, and you can see how she has kind of balked, right?
Carl, holler
As
down.
other goblins come flying in, knocking. One guy actually gets clipped. He gets hit, taken off the wall of the keep.
Is my gust of wind helping?
Not that fellow, but because there's like 4 goblins coming in at a time right now.
Yeah.
Let me know if any of the goblins survive being thrown in.
No, but because they take a lot of damage,
Yeah.
nothing a goblin could possibly survive. They just, unless you were to do something to help it survive. If you wanted to try to catch one, did you have a spell that could grasp one? Do it into a spider web or something? Or...
The most I would do is throw and whip them right back.
Yeah, so that would kill him too.
Carl, holler to Silence. I got your back. Don't worry. Have strength. Have courage.
I got your back, way back.
How far away are the hobgoblins?
No, she's not here for me to tell her what she sees.
Yeah.
And
so I guess we'll find out.
And I don't want to tell her what her character does. So
Yeah.
Yeah, just come back to her then. It's fine.
Yeah, I will. But there is something going on in the stable, it looks like. From her behavior, whatever it is.
So how far away is the phalanx?
No, I bet it's those Zental Keep fucks, like trying to steal something while the ruckus is going on. For some reason, I just assume the Zental Keep fucks are here. Maybe because the name of the place is similar sounding.
Yeah,
to
this is Xantharal's Keep, not... Yeah, I know what you mean, because I was looking to see if there's an association, but...
That self dude, that schmuck. I was like, I bet that guy's here.
Yeah, they say it's like Nathral's Keep, that it was like named after the ranger who created it a long time ago, who founded it. It took on his name. But I mean, I guess you could investigate more to really set yourself at ease as more goblins are being loaded up. And the phalanx, well, let's say even if that was 3 rounds, they only moved up 90 feet, so they're like 210 feet away.
Okay. I'm preparing to kind of change the direction of my gust of winds, try and kind of change the direction of as many goblins as I can to kind of minimize casualties.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We'll take another shot at the frost giant. As long as
Same
he's
deal.
still,
Disadvantage for various reasons.
as long as he hasn't moved out of range. If he still just wants to stand there, off him. Take this arrow. Schmuck. That's either going to be a 17 or a look like a single digit. No, 14. 19 total then. 17 would be the lower one. He's taking another light crossbow to the head.
Yep. AC is only 15.
I've hit twice with disadvantage. I'm rocked. I'm gonna stop putting my dice back into my bag. Don't have to sit here and pause. Try to grab a D8 again. Apparently, there are not many D8s in this bag. You would think I could be able to tell a D8 simply by feel.
Catherine's back, by the way.
Yeah, my internet full on died on me. Sorry about that.
Hey, another max 10. Hell yeah.
Nice. It doesn't look like you've clipped a giant twice now. The giant isn't really moving up, right? Like the hobgoblins are moving up, and the giant and the ogres are kind of staying back.
Stand there and die. I will yell at him and giant. Like Droopy.
Cat.
Yep.
The door is ajar. You have
Yes.
a rapier and a dagger. What is it you're going to do? You hear commotion inside the stable. The clatter of steel, the grunts of bestial voices, and a gruff voice of a dwarf in combat, and the nickering of some upset horses. What are you going to do? Are you going to sneak up? Are you going to cartwheel in? Are you going to cast a spell? Are you going to run away and tell your friends? What are you going to do?
And scope the situation.
Do you want to go look in the door?
Yep.
Are you going to sneak up?
Yes, sneak up.
Roll me a stealth.
Let's see, normal d20. I think I have something for stealth.
It'd be plus dexterity. And again, with your character, it's either your proficiency bonus or +2.
Well, I have it as a
+2 or
feat,
+3.
so...
Oh, you do have it as a skill. So then you get the full +3 plus your dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
Your dexterity bonus plus your proficiency bonus, add it together and add that to a die 20 roll.
Okay, hang on. Ooh, 20.
You sneak up, you peek in. You can feel the warmth of the interior of the stable on your face as you bring your face close to look into the ajar door, and you smell the smell of horses, their bodies and manure and hay, and you do indeed hear sound of combat. And you look in, and you can see that there are one is near you, the door. There's a dead bugbear laying on the floor. You look into the room, and there's another dead bugbear on the floor, but there's 10 other bugbears surrounding a dwarf who has his back to the wall and an axe in each hand. He's like a black-haired dwarf with a greasy, stringy hair and beard, and he's in a fight for his life with these bugbears.
Eesh.
Inspire the dwarf.
I mean, he's good and they're evil.
And this dwarf, it looks like he's like
Although probably.
well, what you call it, like you could see like nearby that there's like a shovel on the floor, and looks like he works in the stable, like he's like the stable hand. And you can even see like your guy's horse over in one of the stalls. Lit in here with lanterns. They don't see you.
Sneak attack. Ooh, or a bardic, like a mind fuck spell, like I suggest you guys lead, or something along those lines.
You've got
Perhaps
shatter,
I can
right,
use-
Catherine? You could hit a lot of them with shatter.
It does more damage to non-organic things, and I'm pretty sure a bugbear is an organic thing.
Yeah, but
Hurt 'em.
you can hit a lot of them though. Is the thing.
Yeah, hang on a minute. What does hypnotic pattern do?
There you
That
go.
could work. Yeah.
Hang on. Hypnotic pattern.
I think that would affect the dwarf as
One
well.
action,
though, is the thing.
120 feet. Well, as long as he's not being hurt. You create a twisting pattern of colours and that weaves through the air inside a 30-foot cube within range. Patterns appear for a moment and vanish. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
What's
that's
the
not a bad
area?
idea.
What's the area? What's the
Oh, the effect
30-foot
area,
cube.
30-foot cube.
okay? And what kind of save?
A wisdom saving throw.
Can she not hit the dwarf with this?
Pardon me?
Can she hit all the bugbears without hitting the dwarf?
Well, no, but I don't know why it would be even a danger to get the dwarf. Like, right? It's not dangerous.
Well, if she hits him and he fails his save, then he's incapacitated. If all
And-
the bugbears aren't incapacitated, then they'll.
No,
Sure,
it's do you know what? It's like an all or nothing, because it's like that's a big area. 30 feet. That's
Yeah.
pretty much exactly. That's like the interior part of the stable. Like the horses are out of the way because they're in the stalls. This is like happening in like the right.
Yeah, I got you.
They got pretty much like in a semicircle, pretty much around him with his back against the wall. Do you want to do that?
I'd do it.
I think that's your best option here.
And all the horses. With, ooh, pretty lights.
But the thing is, it's temporary. You're going to need to do a lot of damage to them if you're going to take them out. I don't know how long hypnotic pattern lasts.
Maybe Cat's having,
Internet issues again.
yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you guys. Everyone, except for one hobgoblin, or sorry, one bugbear, and the dwarf,
Oh, that's good.
got the 9 or 10 of there was 10 bugbears. 9 of them are hypnotized. There's only one bugbear that is not, and the dwarf is not.
Oh, shit, there are that many bugbears? Oh.
Yeah, there was a dozen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right, it's
Phew, at least I hypnotize them.
yeah. You got a minute to kill all of them.
And the one bugbear kind of looks back over his shoulder, you know, because you kind of, although you're stealthing, I mean, still when you cast a spell, they're like, what? And him and the dwarf look towards you. And and the bugbear kind of looks over his shoulder back towards you. And the dwarf looks at you, and then his eyes go back to the bugbear who's still behind you, and then he just thrusts forward and he chops the dwarf or the bugbear and kills him. He just eviscerates him.
The spell only ends if the affected creature takes damage.
Yeah, that was the one that
Yeah.
wasn't even affected.
That was the one that wasn't
it.
affected
Yeah.
So if they remained hypnotized, we can technically leave them there for a while.
for a minute.
And
Yeah.
the dwarf is looking at you, wild-eyed, crazy-eyed, and mean-eyed, and he's looking at you like he's not 100% grateful that he doesn't know what's going on. He thinks that you might even be there to attack him. He looks not like, oh, thank God there's help. He's like, oh, this could be trouble.
You're a devil.
Okay, well, I step into the room and say, oh, thank goodness, I wasn't sure if I was able to help you take out all 10 of those bugbears. Anyway, are the ponies okay? So I want to make sure mine's fine. I came here with a group.
He's like,
Yeah, it's that pony over there.
he kind of looks at the pony and at you, and he's like, it's fine. He's like, that's what you came here for?
Well, my group's lost a pony before. It costs a lot to get another pony, so we were kind of concerned what was going to happen. What was happening down here in the stables? So I came to take a look.
He says, "Is this your doing?"
Yes, I managed to hypnotize him.
He's like, "How long do we got?"
Well, until any of them are affected by damage.
A minute.
So roughly a minute.
And do they make saves every round?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think so, actually.
No, not according to this spell. It doesn't say anything about that.
No, they don't.
He's like,
well, Charmer, the spell ends for an affected creature if it takes damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
So just go and lop their heads off each time, dwarf.
Come on, dwarf, let's either get some more people in and lop all their heads off. They're not going to stay hypnotized forever.
They're incapacitated, so he auto crits any of them that he hits.
And he has advantage on auto crit.
You say you're gonna call other people, and he goes over. He reaches out his hand to a nail on a post where his cloak is hanging, and he quickly puts on his cloak, pulls the hood up, then he raises his axe, and he'll begin some of the gruesome work if you're going to get someone to help him, or because they're what, incapacitated? Or
yes, incapacitated for a minute.
Until they take any damage.
Until they take damage or someone uses an action to shake them out of it.
I gotta look at incapacitated.
Hypnotic patterns OP.
I gotta look at incapacitated.
You could tie him, just tie him up.
Or that, yeah.
But Garl's not there, so he can't.
Yeah. He can't make
that suggestion, but.
Oh, incapacitated isn't what I thought it was. They're not able to take actions or reactions, basically.
Does it not have anything else like they're also paralyzed or anything?
No, just incapacitated. According to the thing. But still, that's really good.
It's
And,
Oh.
and the dwarf seem. the
No
dwarf seems to be-
actions or reactions.
Yeah.
All they can do is like just mill about.
Yep.
So
Oh, he's got 10 rounds to. He's got about 9 or 10 rounds to kill them, to attack all of them.
Well, if he does them one by one and does a pretty obviously killing blow, then should be fine.
It's just a dwarf.
You already took out 2 bugbears.
Ooh. Ah. Well, he says some help would be appreciated.
I wonder, can my rapier take off heads? I'm pretty sure it can't.
You could run him through the heart.
Yeah, that would be probably best. Run them through the heart.
While you're dispatching these people, you may want to ask, dude,
Yeah, save one hostage. You got a rope?
Oh yeah, I'll mention that to the dwarf. Hey, wouldn't it be a good idea to keep one of them hostage, like to find out what on earth they're doing inside the walls?
what they're here for? What the hell?
Now, what the hell? How did they get here?
They sneaky sneaked.
He says,
Yes, I'm addressing the dwarf who's taking his axe to the bugbears.
This is not Garl's master plan. He set it up in advance.
well, he's like, I don't think I could take them all before they wake up, since it is only incapacitated.
Yeah.
So it means you
Well,
still
I'll
gotta
help
hit
you.
'em.
I've got my
Still
rapier.
gotta-
I can run through their hearts.
Still got to do damage. He says, thanks for your help. Tell Elzestra I might be back. And he starts heading towards the door. He's just going to leave the stable.
So, are the bugbears all dead, or are they still hypnotized?
Nope. It just,
He left you high and dry, Silence.
yeah, he's leaving. He's like, you said he's a minute, and he doesn't think you can kill them all in like a minute. Like, I'm just thinking game mechanics. He hits one, if it's not dead, it's going to come to, right? Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then the thing is, now we're going to get into a whole lot of starting crazy rolling and stuff like that. And I just don't think, I mean, realistically, he's like, well, I can't kill them all. I'm just getting out.
Did you happen to keep one of those kegs with you?
If you get really lucky, you could maybe take them out with Shatter, but it's a stretch.
You can't coup d'etat with Shatter.
Yeah, got a point there.
No, they can't take actions or reactions, but they're not. They're not. I don't think you can coup de grace them. They're not paralyzed.
I watched a video
Still.
someone had on YouTube. It was like basically reasons why they hate 5e.
Because there's no coup de grace.
Well, at first I was like, well, that's stupid to say you hate it. Then he started to win me over. I started agreeing with some of his points. And then by the end of it, I'm like, you're just a stupid dummy. Go go do something else then, right? But one of the points he had that made me laugh was you could be unconscious and your dexterity bonus for armor class still applies.
Yeah, I suppose. But you have advantage and auto crit, so it's still, not like.
I know. And see, that's exactly right, Michael.
That's
'cause
hilarious.
I kind of agreed with him, and then by the end, I'm like, nah.
Well,
just
if you're
do
unconscious,
something else.
do you still get your +2 from your shield?
Well, at least why not, right?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, like, so it kind of made me laugh, but. And this is one of those situations, right? Like they're incapacitated, which means they get no actions.
They were incapacitated by surprise.
So technically, all the bugbears right now are like also in single file walking out the door.
And they
Right?
couldn't move, right?
Right. They get no actions, but they can move. Because otherwise it says you have no movement. So that's what they're all doing. The dwarf's like, I'm out of here. And they're all like kind of stumbling out the door too.
Well, at least the ponies are going to be safe.
Everybody, I'll say you guys can see this because. Well, here, roll me a perception. Everybody else roll me a perception. Silence doesn't have to, but everybody else.
All right.
20 total.
Not 20. I'm fucking rolling awesome.
Okay, yeah, you guys are having no
57.
problems. You guys can see.
Carl got a 12.
You might not. Garl does not see the dwarf slip away into the darkness, but you do see the line of like what appears to be bugbears stumbling out of the stables from where Silence went. Everybody else does see this figure that looks like the dwarf stable hand with his cloak and hood pulled up, slipping away into the night.
How far is the stable and the bugbears from where Garl would be? Up on the wall.
Close. Like, I don't know. Anywhere's from like 30, just pretty close.
Okay.
Wait, this is stable, right? There's going to be rope.
Well, and they said it's right next to. Oh yeah, there's rope. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to try and tie them together then.
You're trying to tie them together. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not shaking them awake, but I am tying them up.
As they start coming out of the stable, and Garl doesn't see Silence, Garl will take a shot at one of them, thinking that they that they killed Silence.
Okay, you can have advantage because like they're not gonna like you're just a whole new factor in their reality.
Oh, crit! I'm not going to worry about the second one. And
the critical should be able to stack.
Let's see here. No.
And like bugbears are big, like they're
they are.
They're almost like 8 feet tall.
That will be 8. And 11 points of damage on the first one coming through.
Okay. Yeah, your arrow sinks to him, and
he's no longer charmed by hypnotic pattern.
Correct.
And that's an arrow down.
again, goblins come. Splat! Here and there. Flying over, hitting the wall. Hitting the ground,
Garl will holler.
gliding on the rooftops.
You all shall die for killing our sweet silence.
I'll drop my light crossbow, draw my rapiers, drop it.
I will say Simon steps out of the stable at that point and says, "Oh, I didn't know you cared."
Okay, and I was gonna say, since Garl took that shot there, do you guys want to just use our old initiative?
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because just the way it's going, so man, like Garl goes, Cloud can go. All I need to know is like where Cloud is and what you want to do.
I was gonna start engaging the giant.
The giant?
Yep.
Is that what you said? Okay, you can see like where the giant has been hit with a couple of crossbow bolts, and you turn and swoop in. You can do what you want to do to this giant who's like commanding this small army of goblinoids and ogres.
I was gonna cast Entangle on that area to stop
Okay.
them from moving.
On the hobgoblins? Because the hobgoblins are the ones moving in.
I was centered on the giant.
We want to center it on the giant? Because the giant hasn't really been moving in because it's still
Yeah, I'd rather take the giant and I'll knock him down and I'll move forward from there.
Okay. Oh, yeah, the giant fails. The ground erupts with like shrubs and grass and stuff with this giant in the center. It's quite a large area too, I think, for Entangle. Yeah, and the giant is like currently the vegetation wraps around its ankles and its shins, and it like as it kind of experimentally tries to pull its leg free, but it's captured to where it is. And next is Nicodemus. No, sorry, for Far Eye.
How close are the hobgoblins?
The hobgoblins would be about 180 feet away yet.
Damn it.
But as I said, you see a bunch of bugbears leaving the stable.
Yeah.
Along with a dwarf that is trying to slip away into the night.
So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast call lightning directly above me. We're on the gate. We're in the gatehouse, right? So
yeah, you're pretty much on the wall by the gate. Yeah,
60 feet radius out all around us for that. I'm gonna call lightning and try to hit as many hobgoblins of the bugbears as I can.
Okay. What is the area of effect? It hits a point and then what? Like
it's a 10. Hang on. It's creature within 5 feet of the point, so 5 foot radius. This probably won't kill them.
Well, I'm just trying to think if there'd be one or two. Dude, I'll give you two.
All right.
The one that was already. I'll say the one that was already injured and the one behind him. The one that Garl had hit with an arrow, he failed. and the one behind him made it. So suddenly this lightning bolt just boom, it kind of lights up the area. And it is, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just wondering if that would actually knock the hobgoblins out of their hypnotic state.
It would, because they took damage.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like all of them, the sound.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay, but roll your damage then. Roll your damage.
I rolled 20 for the damage total.
20. The one that was hit with the arrow is dead.
Yeah.
He just fizzles and hits the ground. The other one is damaged, but he is snapped out of his.
He is also pushed 10 feet away from me because of Thunderous Strike that has never come into effect yet, because everything's been bigger than large.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he pretty much just slams Silence. You're kind of like at the door of the bar, but the wall, one of these hobgoblins just flies and hits the wall of the stable, like big boom sound.
Does he take damage from hitting the wall?
No.
Oh. That's
Is he supposed to?
it doesn't. It just says pushes him 10 feet away.
Yeah.
If he takes damage when he hits the wall, that's your call.
No, and I'm saying no. He's pushed back. He's not thrown back.
Yeah, it says push. So yeah, no. Then fair enough.
I thought so, and I'm the DM. So. Nicodemus.
I love that reply.
I'd like to, as I was saying earlier, I would like to drop my light crossbow over at the wall where I was shooting at the giant.
Mm-hmm.
See these people come out and Silas come out.
Yeah.
Of the stable where our pony was.
Yeah. And there's like a overhang carport thing where your wagon is underneath too. But yeah, they came from the inside where the livestock is.
And I will stride up to them, swaying back and forth, pulling my rapier out, and ramming it through the heart of the one that had been shot back into. Was he shot back into
the stable wall?
Yeah, he just got slammed into the wall when the lightning hit him.
Okay, but he's still alive, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I will finish him.
Okay.
How dare you try to assault our pony?
In fact, I'll say that because, as I said earlier, because of his reality has kind of changed, right? Like he's been incapacitated. Suddenly he just gets hit by lightning and you jump out. So I'll actually give you like advantage.
Good, because my first number was a 3 on the die. Not too much better. Total of 14. Not enough.
You poke him with the tip, but you almost forgot like how rubbery and tough bugbears are. Like he just.
Well, I will still get face to face with as I'm poking him through, and it just didn't quite go through. But I assume it was kind of the V for Vendetta thing, since it's November 5th. Right up to most of them, be like, "That will teach you."
Oh yeah, it is like not Guy Fawkes, the other dude. The one who tried to blow up Parliament.
Guy Fawkes.
Yeah, that was Guy Fawkes.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Remember the 5th of November.
Yeah, it is Guy Fawkes.
I know no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
Yep.
Yeah. It's Guy Fawkes Day. Happy Guy Fawkes Day to you English people, by the way.
Yeah.
Celebrate Guy Fawkes Day in Spain? I mean, in Scotland? I'm sorry. You celebrate Guy Fawkes Day in Scotland?
Oh yeah, there was there was quite a bit of fireworks. I don't know if you guys heard it, but
Well, I imagine they would. I mean, the James he was trying to blow up was a Scottish king, so
Yeah. That's James. That was yeah. England didn't conquer Scotland. Scotland kind of conquered England.
don't tell the English that.
Okay.
Um, I was away with the band on the weekend,
Yeah.
and the Saturday we're leaving, but we're like, oh, let's go grab something to eat. So we went to some restaurant, and I'm in fucking Carrot River, Saskatchewan.
Carrot River.
Yeah, Carrot River.
What
Like
a
a
brilliant
carrot?
name.
Like a carrot.
Yeah. I don't know if it
river
was
full
like
of
I don't know if
carrots.
like the founder was like named Carrot or what, but yeah, Carrot River,
Huh?
and it's like 1,200 people, right? Like we played at the bar, and there was like 200 people at the bar Friday night, but anyway, so next day we go for breakfast, and there's this woman serves us and everything with an accent, and I could not fucking pin her accent. I'm like, she reminds me a little bit of Kat, but I'd listen to her and I'm like, no, that's wrong. And then it would come back, and I'm like, something. I had to ask her. I'm like, hey, your accent is driving me crazy. I said, where are you from? And she's like, oh, I'm from Liverpool. I'm like, okay, but what's with your accent? And she's like, oh, I've lived here for 15 years. And she was only like in her early 20s. So she still had remnants of her accent that like was mixed with like local dialect. Was it ever a trippy accent she had? Anyways, I just thought it was weird because I just couldn't pinpoint it. Okay, so Nicodemus. I
Yes.
forgot what you did.
I missed.
You missed. Okay. Yeah. And you're still shooting at the giant?
No,
Oh,
I dropped my
no, you
crossbow.
stabbed the bugbear. Never mind. Okay, you stabbed the bugbear. Okay, silence. So you're there. You're gonna tie up one of them without startling him awake? Did we lose her again?
No, I think she's still here.
Damn.
Looks to be still here anyway.
Well, that's what she had said before. So
Yeah, so
when she comes back, I'm gonna get her to roll a intelligence sleight of hand. Yeah.
You know, the dinosaurs died to everything has rules on rope use and tying knots.
Yeah, I know. And that's where I got it from. That's where I got it from.
Okay.
Intelligence sleight of hand.
Okay.
No, I know. I was gonna say it too, Michael. It is the best book ever. What can I say?
The greatest book ever.
So
the bad guys. The one guy who got slammed into the wall. He is going to, like, with one of his long arms, reach out and smack one of the incapacitated bugbears in the lips and wake him up. And he says something in a weird language.
Yeah.
As he looks down and snarls at you, Nicodemus.
Mhm.
More hobgoblins come flying. Or not hobgoblins.
More goblins, you mean?
Goblin chuckers. Yeah, more goblins are chucked.
all right.
Yeah. No, and none of them come near you guys. They're striking
Oh,
other
Catherine's here.
targets.
Yep.
Catherine, what did you want to do on your go? Tie up a bugbear?
Oh,
Or did you
yeah.
want to do something else? Tie him up?
Oh, now that they're slowly starting to wake up, I'm not sure tying them up's going to do much. Well, might as well go trying to stab one bugbear through the heart. Might as well go for that.
Okay, go for it. And because it's like your first attack, I will give you like advantage because I will. Just there.
Okay, what will that be? Dexterity?
Attack roll. So roll your die 20 twice. Pick the highest and add your proficiency bonus and your dexterity modifier, or your attack modifier. It's called.
Attack modifier.
Yeah. Because usually
It'll be-
your
it'll be-
rapier, you should have like a plus. What's your dexterity? Plus what?
+2.
+2, and your proficiency bonus is +3.
Yeah.
So your attack modifier with your rapier is +5,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, both times it's 18.
Oh, okay. Well, you rolled really excellently. Now roll your damage, please.
Damage.
D8.
Rapier. What?
D8
Oh,
plus
what?
2.
D8 +2. Okay. So, wait, 2 D8s or 1 D8, but with
1d8 plus 2.
1d8 plus 2.
Oh, well, that's crap. 3.
Okay.
Oh, that does suck.
We'll just say you hit the guy that was already damaged, right?
Yeah, let's go for that.
No, because she's
Oh.
like still at the back of the line, so it would
Back of
be
the line.
a guy who like
okay.
right because they had. So you lunge at one and you're like, I know, I'm gonna put my rapier right through his heart, and you take a nice lunge, and the resistance that your sword meets when it hits his flesh is startling. And you kind of think to yourself, oh no, as you kind of stab him, and you can see he kind of yelps and holds up his hand and swats the tip of your sword away. And this bugbear is now like looking at you menacingly, no longer incapacitated by your spell.
Oh dear.
Oh, snipies.
And like I said, you hear a shout from outside. So this guy on his go is gonna slap a bugbear that's walking out the door. This is like the last bugbear, the second from last. He smacks as it's walking through the door. It startles that one awake. So you guys have 4 non-incapacitated.
Bugbears.
Yeah. So top of the round, there's 2 in Garl.
Yes.
You can see that you got 2 bugbears outside that are not incapacitated, and Nicodemus tried to attack one, but his sword met with too much resistance. He wasn't able to actually damage it, the one that got blasted against the wall. But
All right.
yeah.
Garl will use the bonus action, cast Hunter's Mark on the one he shot.
Sure. Yeah.
And then he'll shoot again at that one since he's causing the most awakening damage. And while he's doing it, he will be hollering, "Take that for killing Silence! I'll silence you!" And let's see here. Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Okay. And let's see here. That's 11, 15, and if I remember right, they're humanoids.
Mhm.
So that'd be 20 points of damage. Piercing.
And that's with your bow?
Yes.
You, Nicodemus, you're there, like I said, this bugbear kind of looks down messing at you, and you're kind of like, oh, gulp. And he's like you said, after he woke up the other one, he looks like he's gonna attack you this next round, when suddenly an arrow just strikes him in the neck, and he just stops and kind of blinks, surprised. His hand kind of reaches up and touches the fletching sticking out of his throat, and then he just falls over dead. After Garl, Cloud, you've got this giant who's kind of like struggling in its overgrown bindings.
I will cast Primal Savagery.
Okay.
And I will attack the giant.
Okay.
It's going to be a 16.
That hits.
And that's 25 acid damage.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. You can see its flesh kind of sizzles and blanches where the acid hits. And Far Eye.
Are the hobgoblin within 60 feet of the gate yet?
No.
Okay. How many bugbears can I hit with my call lightning again?
One.
Just one. Okay. I'll hit where the one that's awake then. The one that's full health and awake.
Yeah.
I'll hit that one.
Okay. Roll your damage roll here. He made it.
Cool. 28.
Okay, so he takes 14 points of damage. He still suffers quite a bit of damage from that. As because he's awake, he kind of looks like he's closing in on Nicodemus because the other one went down. So he kind of looks like his attention to is on Nicodemus. Well, said you sizzle him, and he takes a considerable amount of damage, even for that. Nicodemus, this one just gets killed with an arrow, one it just gets blasted with a lightning bolt near you.
Oh, and he gets pushed 10 feet away from me. So.
Oh yeah, well there you go.
All right. And then I'm like, haha, and now I shall finish you. I'm just looking to see if it's an action. Never mind. So yeah, I'm just gonna stab him with my rapier then.
Okay.
Oh well, I was hoping I could do that as a bonus action or something, but no, it's an action. So do I have advantage again?
Unfortunately not this time, no.
Okay.
This guy was awake.
Yeah, and now I will finish you. And my rapier is still stuck underneath the other guy's arm as he was slumping over from having the arrow stuck in him. By then, oops. And then I do that look of not me.
Well, he doesn't really notice because, like I said, he just got blasted by lightning and pushed. So it's all kind of happening, and he didn't have time to notice your clumsy attempt because of the reeling that he is undergoing. Silence.
Yep.
It's your go. You got a couple bugbears in here looking at you menacingly. A hulking furry things with big floppy ears and long gangly arms.
I'm wondering if I can use hypnotic pattern again, or will it not work again?
You can use it again.
It would drop the effect of this
It's-
spell.
Yeah.
But it would work anew on these two that are in here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the previous one would end though, so the other guys would be back to normal. All of them.
I think they might have really high constitution, so shatter won't work.
Well, it'll work. It just won't be as effective. It'll take half.
Oh, wait. Tasha's hideous laughter. Might as well try that out.
Can you affect more than one with that?
Can I what, Ryan?
Can you affect more than one person and is it concentration?
One
Because
action,
if it's
30
concentration,
it's a creature of your
if it's
choice, but
concentration, then you're going to drop hypnotic pattern to use it.
good point. Hang on a minute.
Hang on, I'll put it up.
Creatures, this one's better. Yeah. Sleep isn't, however.
Yes.
Doesn't say it's concentration.
Yeah, sleep is definitely not concentration. You may as well try sleep.
Yeah, it affects creatures.
You may not roll high enough to say both of them out, but it's worth a go.
Yeah, I'll go for that. Okay. This spell sends creatures in a magical slumber. Roll 5d8 for total as how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect.
What's the radius of sleep? Is Nicodemus in that radius?
Nope. She's pretty much inside the stable with
okay.
the two, and Nicodemus is just outside the stable with, like.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 20-foot radius. It's not that wide an area, so.
Oh, range is 90 feet, but I can choose for creatures, so Nicodemus should be fine.
Oh, you choose. Okay,
No.
cool. No, it's creature within 20 feet of a point that you choose. You don't choose to get affected. You just choose the point.
So I can choose a point where it's far back enough that it doesn't hit Nicodemus.
Yeah.
And even if you don't, it's fine. I'm okay. I'll be all right.
All right. So sleep it is. Roll 5d8 for total
Ryan,
how many
since
hit
you're
points.
looking at it, does it go around corners?
It just says a radius 90 feet. Well, the range is 90 feet. But
it doesn't. It just says within 20 feet of a point you choose. So I assume it goes through walls or around corners or wherever.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Kate, roll.
Okay, 5d8. Hang on a moment. So 2, 8, 2, 6, 7. The total is how many hit points of the creature this spell can affect. 25 in total.
Oh.
Starting with a creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature affected by this spell falls unconscious.
I think everyone's trying to do math. 2, 8, 2, 6, 7. What is that? 33? No. 2, 8 is 10. 2, 6, another 8 plus 13 is 31. Right?
Yeah, that's correct.
I wasn't adding, but sure.
So you are not aware of any effect. Nicodemus,
Yep.
The one near you falls asleep.
I got him.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So the two that are on you are fighting. Okay.
Yes.
Dang it.
Yeah. They do not seem to be affected. The one with the blood trickling down his chest where you poked him, and the other one that he slapped awake.
Well, it was worth a go.
Oh, yeah. What I need to do now is try and survive.
Mm.
Okay. I gotta go to my thing. Funny. Things never play out the way.
No.
Like never, hey?
Oh, once in a blue moon.
Okay, oh, I gotta see one more thing. Huh. Okay. They have some kind of some pretty fierce looking morning stars, which are like spiky clubs. In silence,
Yeah.
they grin menacingly and say something to you in a voice. It sounds pretty icky, the way they say it, and smile and grin and leer as saliva drips from one lip, and he lips his lips with the black tongue and takes a swing at you, Silence.
Well, I need
And
to dodge.
you manage to step out of the way. As the second one comes in, he tries to catch you in the flank, and he does, and he hits you for an 18 to hit. Right? That hits you?
I
Your armor
believe
class?
so. Hang on
What's
a
your
minute.
armor class?
13.
Yeah. Oh, yes. He hits you. He hits you for 7 points of damage.
Wowzer.
How many points of damage?
7.
Ooh.
7. I want you to roll me a Constitution savings throw, please.
Constitution
Roll your
savings
D20
throw. What would that be?
plus your Constitution bonus.
+2.
Constitution plus 2. Normal
Does she
d20,
get
right?
Does she
Yeah.
get Jack of all trades on this?
No, it's a savings throw,
Okay.
not an ability check.
Yes. I was wrong.
Okay.
So just a d20 with a 2 modifier.
Correct.
Okay. 4.
And
Snipey.
Nicodemus and Garl, you can see on the outside that the other goblins seem to come.
Bugbears.
Yeah, sorry, bugbears come to. Well, they're goblins, yeah, of a type. Okay, yeah, and that's
Uh,
but that's say we
so,
come to it would be like the end. So, back. Yeah, that's it. They come too. So now there's there's one sleeping, and there's 2 in the stable with Silence, and then there's 4 outside that are kind of stumbling around that now come to out of their
Yeah.
awake. The one is sleeping on the ground. And Garl, you could see that the bugbears that were incapacitated now have seemed to have pulled their their mind together and
Mhm.
looking around, assessing the situation, hoisting their weapons, and choosing targets.
Hmm. So who's up?
You.
Oh, Garl is okay. And with that, Garl noticing that he's going to move, since he had his hunter's mark on the one that he killed, he'll move it over to the next one that seems to be moving or standing coherently.
Yeah, there's 4 of them outside that you could see. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll put his hunter's mark on the next one closest to him, and he will shoot an arrow at it. Is now, do I have advantage on that by Nicodemus being close, or is he further than?
No,
5 feet?
no advantage, but
Okay.
sneak attack, yes.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get
Yeah,
at.
yeah. No advantage, but you can sneak attack. I will say
Okay.
Nicodemus is close enough to that.
All right, that will be, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. That will be a 15. Does that hit?
That bounces off of his rubbery hide, gets stuck in his fur. It does not hit.
Okay.
A
And
16 for.
And Garl will holler, "I'll get you next time for silence! How dare you touch one of the greats!" And that's.
Well, I know she can sing, but I wonder if she can hum. Oh, sorry.
But anyways, that's that's a about, well, no, Garl will move, try to move down to get closer a little bit. Come down off the top of the wall to get down ground level.
Yeah, you can do that easily.
Okay, and that's everything that Garl will end up doing on his actions.
Yeah. The guys on the wall are just like taking pot shots at the hobgoblins and the giant stuff like that. But it's kind of you've seen this tactic before, right? It's so okay, so you move down and all that. Cloud, and you are
I'm attacking.
tormenting this giant.
Oh, tormenting.
Well, you know what I mean. Yeah. Yep. What do you want to do?
Does a 15 hit with another prime of savagery?
It does hit. Just barely, but it hits.
And that's a 21 in damage, acid. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to find my thing here. Yeah, like I forgot to roll during the giant's go, but the giant did break out of the entanglement. He's not out of the area, but he's making his way to the edge as you blast him. And he like wipes away at the acid with his hand. And and I would say that also that the ogres are probably, I would say, well, out of goblins pretty close anyways. They might only have 1 round left. But okay, so you injure him, and Far Eye, you could see that it looks like all the bugbears are awake, and the hobgoblins are at 120 feet away.
Okay. Then I'll hit the bugbears again. As
Okay.
many as I can. As many as I can. Still one, I'm guessing now.
Roll your damage.
Not so good this time. That's just 10 lightning damage, and they're pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay. You blast that one, and Nicodemus, again, the one near you gets blasted by the lightning and gets shoved back, and you can make your attack or do what you want to do.
I don't know. Yeah, besides stabbing him, I really don't have much else to do.
Do you have inflict wounds?
I do, but I don't want to waste spell slots on them.
Fair enough.
I do, and so I mean, I could toll the dead. He is injured, right?
Oh yeah.
He is.
Yeah,
He just got hit by lightning.
If I have to make a save, I failed.
You fail.
Yeah.
And he's injured. So that's 2d12 versus 1d8 for a rapier.
Yeah.
So that's better, right? That is a 6 and a 5 for a total of 11 points of necrotic damage as
Rouse call.
the champagne popper pops on his face and black champagne splashes, causing a necrosis of his tissue.
Yeah, and he makes a weird half moan, half scream when it hits him. He's not dead, but he does not look good.
That'll teach you.
Does not look good at all. Silence. What are you gonna do? You're in the stable. You got 2 bugbears that are looking evilly at you, trying to swing their morning stars. The horses have calmed down somewhat because it's not so cramped in here. But there are horses in stalls. There's a pony or a donkey. You're not quite sure. Didn't get a good look at it. You just opened a small animal. Your go. What would you like to do?
Well, it's going to be a bit risky, but it's worth for what it does. I'm going to curse one of them.
Okay.
So bestow curse. So I need to dodge around him and touch one. I just need to touch it. And then it needs to do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Do you have to make a touch attack or anything? Because it failed the savings throw.
Possibly. I mean, it just says
I don't think
touch a creature.
I don't think you do.
I don't think so.
No.
Because it's usually one or the other. But it failed to save. I rolled a 7 on the dice. So
Okay.
even with the modifier,
Let's see what I've got for it. When you cast a spell, choose the nature of the curse from the following options. I've got choose one ability score. While cursed, the target has disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws made with that ability score. Or while cursed, the target has disadvantage on attack rolls against you. Or while cursed, the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action that turn doing nothing.
I think you do
while
that
the
one.
target is cursed, your attacks and spells do an extra 1d8 necrotic damage to the target. Well, it might succeed on a wisdom saving throw, Ryan.
No,
Yeah,
I failed.
but
Yeah, it throws.
Yeah, but
on one of the options,
it's
it has to
better.
make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns.
Oh.
If it fails, it wastes its action doing nothing.
Yeah.
That still feels like your best bet because it's a roll to see if it's going to attack you. If it fails, if it succeeds, then it has
Well,
to roll again to try and hit you.
or is that option, or the wild cursed the target has disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
That could also be good. Yeah.
I'll go more for the disadvantage on attack rolls against me because they're definitely going to be trying to attack me.
Okay.
I'd rather have them disadvantaged.
For next time, bestow curse. You need to touch them, and it's the wisdom saving throw. But
That's what happened, Ryan.
yeah.
Okay.
No,
So
I mean you have to make a touch tag, and then wisdom save. It's both. It's not one, Roland.
I know, and he did throw the wisdom, and the bugbear failed, Ryan.
The one with the curse, he misses you totally. The other one misses you totally as well. Like, not even.
So I can pretty much dodge and run out of the stable.
No, they still get opportunity attacks.
And it's like their go. So if you wanted to move, I'd have to rewind a bit and go to your attack, back to your go. Did you want to move out of the barn?
Oh, ideally, yes. I got 2 bugbears in the barn with me.
Okay. They will get an attack of opportunity, and I just did it, and they missed. So you can run out, and when you run out, you can see Nicodemus is out there, and there's a
storm. There's a storm right now.
Yeah, and there's like the roiling cloud overhead. And did you want to go by Nicodemus, or did you want to go in another direction, or?
Well, I want to go by Nicodemus, see if I can help them.
Okay, Nicodemus, you can see Silence come running out of the stables, and she is like coming towards near you. Now, those 2 that were in the stable will come out. There is 6 bugbears out here. 7 if you include the one sleeping.
I'd rather be in the open than in a confined space.
You may get hit by a goblin.
Yeah, but they might get hit by a goblin too.
True.
These bugbears come out, and they all kind of like, there's kind of no one else around. They kind of swarm around you guys, and they're each going to take swings. Nicodemus and Silence both get hit once out of the 6 attacks, and the one that's so. Oh, and Nicodemus, you take a big 5 points of damage. And Silence, you take a big 5 points of damage.
I'm still on my legs.
You guys are kind of fighting almost back to back outside of the stables. When it's top of the round, Garl.
Garl, seeing Silence come out, he'll say, "Praise the deities! Oh, glitter gold!" And he was going to go ahead, and he's focusing on the bugbear that has his hunter's mark, and he's going to take a shot at that bugbear.
Okay.
And that will be a miss. That's a 13. That's worse than last time. But that's what he's doing. He's kind of standing where he is, taking the shot, surprised by Silence's return from the dead, praising the deities, and he's all emotionally confused right now.
I'm alive.
But that's what Garl's doing.
Yeah. And now Cloud.
I will hover behind him 40 feet. I'll make it 30 feet. And I will cast Conjure Animal
Okay.
and get some wolves in here.
Oh, okay. Your
And I
consciousness
guess-
reaches out into the night and into the tundra and into the wilderness. Exactly.
Oh, I will also give like a what is that, an eagle cry?
Yeah.
Like a call or a challenge.
Yeah. Okay. Far Eye. Your hobgoblins are at 90 feet.
Okay. So there's 3 bugbears around my companion, right?
There's 6.
There's 6 bugbears around there.
Yeah.
Yes. The 7th one is still sleeping.
Yeah. There's still a 7th one still sleeping.
How many of them can I hit with call lightning?
Now, 2.
Okay.
Because they're squeezing together to be around Nicodemus and Silence.
Oh,
Okay.
that's better than nothing.
I'll try and hit 2 of them.
They both made it, but you can roll your damage.
Uh, 26.
One of them drops. The one that was injured before. He is dead. Dead. Dave, he's dead.
Everybody's dead, Dave.
Yeah. So there's 5 conscious Nicodemus. You see another one drops when that lightning comes scarily close, but and another bugbear has fallen dead. Nicodemus?
Did you hear any of that?
Nope.
Oh, okay. This is how that works. You can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll yell out. That was a little close. Keep it a little farther away next time. But you, as I look over at the one who's still standing, that the one who got shot by lightning.
If you want me to hit as many as I can.
It's the final call for you, buddy. And then the champagne pop told the dead make a wisdom save.
He fails.
Yeah. See, that my save is 15. It is very difficult for them to make it, whereas it is, and that would be a total of 15 points of necrotic damage as the black champagne flashes over his face and necrotizes him.
To the point of death.
Buddy.
To the point of death. 2 of these foul hairy beasts have dropped. You are now down to 4. Silence. Could you make it 3?
Sorry, what?
Another one has dropped. You were surrounded by 6 last round. Now there's only 4 surrounding you guys. The massive lightning bolt took out one of them, and then Nicodemus finished off another one with his holy champagne cork. His radiant, his holy necrotic energy champagne cork. What do you want to do?
Still a powerful cork.
4 bugbears.
Well, I'm still gonna. Well, I'm gonna use my rapier again.
Okay. You lunge at one. I'll say it's the one that was on you before. The one that has the blood trickling down his chest where you pricked him before.
Yep.
Make an attack roll. Roll your die 20 plus 5
Die 20.
for your attack.
1d20 plus a 5. 13.
Oh, you just miss him. He steps out of the way. For as big as bugbears are, they move like dancers.
Yeesh. Very comfortable in their own bodies.
They are very light on their feet. They're like what's his face? Chris Farley. The 4 of them. Nicodemus and Silence each are hit once as these things swing wild with no other. They're almost in like a fear frenzy now. Like whatever they were up to has been foiled and they've been caught red-handed. Am I ever rolling terrible? Silence, you take 5 points of piercing damage again.
Don't mind that.
And Nicodemus, you take 11. I rolled a little better that time for the piercing damage. Now, the giant is like out of the entangled area, and it shouts at the ogres something in a language, but it points towards Cloud, and the giants are gonna, or the ogres have no more goblins to pitch, so they are gonna move to intercede themselves between the giant and Cloud, and they don't have enough actions.
Are they?
What?
Are they going to enter the? Oh no, I dropped Entangle, by the way.
Oh,
it was concentrated.
Yeah, no, they could have walked around it, but they're just gonna they don't have enough, like they don't have enough actions to like move up to you, and because they also have to like grab some sort of other weapon because they're out of goblins. They can't just launch goblins at you, but they are coming to like intercede themselves between you and the giant, and you'll be having to deal with them next time. And the giant is just gonna move away, like literally like 100 feet away, stumble away into the darkness, into the night. Just the hobgoblin squadron will move closer. They're at 60 feet, and it'll be top of the round. Garl.
The one that he had his hunter's mark on, is that alive or dead?
Oh yeah, it's alive.
It's alive. All right, so that's who he's going to focus on, and he's gonna shoot an arrow at it, and at the same time holler, "Leave my comrades alone! Your mother is a pussycat!" And okay, that's better. A 17.
That hits. And yeah, you get your sneak attack because Silence and Nicodemus are there.
All righty, let's see here. and 11. It's 11. It's 15, 16, 19 points of piercing damage.
Okay. That one looks very injured as it like takes an arrow right into the rib cage, but it's still up. Although you can tell that what you did is like a grievous wound.
All right. Did I notice a rise of fervor from him?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Your
You see
mother
it.
a house cat.
You see it. Its back like straightens as it like gasps with the searing pain of it.
And your father smelled of elderberries.
Yeah. And after you goes Cloud. You got these 5 ogres that are like closing in on you as the giant has moved away 100 feet into the wilderness.
I will.
Yeah, you can see they have like these big backpack like things on with these catapults. One of them, actually, I should say there's 4 ogres. One of them is trying to take off the other one that is on fire. So you have 4 ogres near you.
Okay. I will cast plant growth at the giant.
What's the range?
150.
Oh, okay.
Is Conjure Animal still up?
Plant growth is not concentration.
Oh, okay.
It's a 100-foot radius around the giant, or in the direction the giant's going, I should say. And then I will fly or full dash towards the giant and have my wolves deal with the ogres.
Okay.
In fact, my wolves are all going to take the dash action while they just growl at the ogre.
Okay. Okay. So you can see that the giant goes stumbling into like the difficult terrain. The wolves go running as like the chaos over here on this end ensues. After Cloud goes Far Eye.
Bugbears. How many hobgoblins could I hit with the Call Lightning?
2.
You said they
you
were
still
in the
got
phalanx,
companions.
right?
Oh, hobgoblins? Oh, yeah, in the phalanx? Yeah,
Hobgoblins.
you can hit 4.
Okay. Yeah, I'm they're 60 feet away. They could be hit there in 2 rounds. I'm gonna hit the hobgoblins just in. Yeah.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Only 12.
Okay. 3 of them drop. Yep. 3 of them go down.
How many of them are there?
There's 10 in the
Okay.
phalanx of hobgoblins. And yeah, so anything else you want to do? 3 of them go down in the phalanx.
You said there was actually never mind. That'd be an action. I don't. hang on. Well, let me think for a sec. Oh, never mind. So yeah, no, I'm just gonna make a mistake. I think I'm just gonna start. No, I'm gonna stay where I am. Not do it. I'm not doing anything else.
Nicodemus?
I kind of dropped out for a second. You mentioned that I took damage last round. How much was it?
11.
Okay. Let me take care of that real quick. Hit points, damage, 11. Apply. Okay. Are there any injured?
Yes.
Ah, yes, that one.
Okay.
Make a wisdom save. As your time is up, as I brandish. Just FYI, I just noticed I don't have a rapier. I have a short sword, so that's what I've been brandishing this whole time. So I'm not.
Okay, yeah, I failed to save miserably. Natural 1.
And he is injured, so that will be
Yep.
12. That'll be a 4 and a 7 for a total of 11 points of, I think, is necrotic damage. I mean,
Yeah, it is. It is necrotic. He dies. You.
It is over for you and for all the rest of you. Bow down now. Bow down. Pass out from the holy drink that I offer you, so that you may live to drink again. Yep, there we are. I'm done.
So you're down to 3. Silence.
Oh, lordy, lordy. Well, I'm saving my spell for when facing what's outside. So I'm still stuck with my rapier and dagger. Once again, I'll use my rapier.
I feel you. I'm saving my spell slots too. I'm just, you know. I have a cantrip.
Well, I always tend to use my spells, so I'm the machine gun here, so.
So is a rapier savings throw, or do I need to do combat?
No, you got to.
for it?
Oh, a
Yeah,
rapier
roll
attack
attack.
roll.
Attack.
Yeah, die 20
Okay.
plus 5 for your attack roll. Yeah.
15 this time.
In total?
Yeah.
You unfortunately miss.
Dang it, again.
But since they're down to 3 and they're being blasted by lightning and their plans have been foiled, they're going to leave. And
Oh, thank goodness.
Nicodemus and Silence may each take an attack of opportunity as these bugbears
So,
split. Just make an attack roll again. You get to basically a free attack when he tries to run away from you.
Where are they?
oh,
running
this
away?
time it works. I've got a 23 now.
Pardon me, Nicodemus?
Where are they running away to? Oh, that'll hit. That's a 22.
It kind of looks like the nearest wall, which would be like the eastern wall.
Okay, so they're like they're looking like they're going to like jump over the wall and climb down or something.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna like climb over the wall, scramble over the wall, and
How far is the wall? How far down is it?
quite far. It's a castle wall, but
Okay, 30, 40 feet, something like that.
yeah, something like that. Yeah,
All right.
but-
Okay,
but like
and
I mean, these are bugbears. They can like run and clamber over, and
yeah,
they're very athletic and
yeah. I tag mine for 4 points as he slips away. I gash him in his arm or something. I don't know.
okay. You gash that one in the leg, and you roll your damage silence. I heard your attack roll of 23, but I didn't hear your damage silence.
Catherine, you still there? I think she dropped again.
Okay. It wouldn't be enough to kill him anyways.
Yeah.
So they do. They run, they leap. The spot where they came here, it looks like that it could be the way they came in because this wall is relatively close and it looks like it was quite easy for them to clamber over it. I am gonna call her a day here.
And that's what you get for crappy socialist Swiss internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Their
that's what I'm
internet's
super
like
for.
cheese full of holes.
Oh, that CERN super collider thing sending off like space-time distortions.
Yeah, she's actually in the future right now. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's not lagging.
it's like some Stranger Things crap going on there, you know.
Yeah, we'll call her there. You guys, although the 3 who survived left, there's one asleep.
We'll ask him afterwards.
Yeah.
He'll probably wake up before we're done with the frost giant, though. But still, that's a problem for future us.
I'll even tell you guys, it doesn't look like because the giant hightailed away. It looks like it's just
Aww.
plan was foiled.
I'm not
You
going to
guys
be able
have
to.
that feeling. Plan was foiled.
It's regrouping. That's all. Just so we can slay it.
Nah.
Cloud's after it. He wants some giant's eyes.
You can have your pack of wolves run them down, right?
But that's we'll leave it there.
I assume I can just like harry the hobgoblins until they're dead if they keep
You know what?
coming. But
On the hobgoblins round, they just back up. You blast them with a call